Okay, so I have just made this quick video just to show you how we complete column addition and subtraction in class. It is something that we have used with Blue Group before, but if they just need a refresher, because it has been a little while since we've done it, I've just done this so we can help support your child as much as we can. So first things first, we would write the sum 41 and 24, for example, and we would add the units first. 1 and 4 makes 5, and then 40 and 20, the tens would obviously make 6, so 65 is the answer. And then moving on to 64 at 22, we would add the units first and then add the tens. As you can see with these sums, the numbers do not bridge 10, so we don't have to carry at this point. So first, initially we would start without having to carry, so staying within totals of 9. We would then move on to adding where you have to bridge 10. So I would remind your child about the tens and units and what those numbers mean. And we'd start with the units. So we'll add the 9 and the 4 together, which would make 13. So the units for the number 13 would go in the units column, and then the 10 would then carry over to the tens column. And then we would add the tens together, and not forgetting the 10 that we carried from the addition of the units. So in this case, the answer would be 63. And then just repeating that again, we'll start with the units column. 7 and 7 makes 14, so we would write the 4 of the 14 in the units column, and then write the carried 10 underneath the tens column. 6 add 1, not forgetting the extra 10 from 14, so the answer is 84. Now moving on to subtraction. Again, we would start off by not bridging 10, so just reminding your child that we are subtracting, we're taking away this time, because sometimes that could be a little bit confusing. We'll start with units again, so 8 take away 2 is 6, 70 take away 10 is 60, so the answer is 66. "58 take away or subtract 26. Start with the units. 8 take away 6 is 2. And 50 take away 20 is 30. So the answer would be 32. And again, once they are confident in doing this, we can move on to bridging 10. So we can actually move on to the need to borrow tens from the tens column for when we take away the units. So in this case, 6 take away 9 we can't do, so we borrow a 10 from the tens column. So the 7 would become a 6 because we borrowed 1 10 and moved that along to the units. So now it's 16 take away 9. And the answer is 7. And then instead of 70 take away 10, we've now got 60 take away 10, which is 50. So the answer is 57. And then moving on to the next one, again reminding that we are taking away 1 take away 6. We can't do that, so we're going to borrow a 10 from the 90, which now becomes 80, and then that 10 that we've borrowed moves along to the units, so it becomes 11 take away 6, which is 5. And now we've got 80 take away 10, which is 70. So the answer is 75. If you have any questions, then please feel free to contact me.